lesson, we are going to look at RME, and then under RME, we are looking at the topic attributes of God. How are you going to introduce your lesson, attributes of God, for your students to understand? So you can call a student to come in front of the class. You stand in front of the class and say, somebody should come, one of you should come. Nobody. So just call a student. If you know the name, just call the student to come. Now, once the student comes, okay, you can ask the class, what do you see, or what do you see in this person, okay? Tell me the features of this person. You hear somebody say, she's slim, she's fair, madam, she's good, say she's loving, okay? What are some of the things, you can ask questions, what are some of the things that this person has done that you admire so much? You hear a lot of comments like, madam, she's good, when you're hungry, she'll give you money to go and buy food, and that is loving, okay? So you get a whole lot of answers. So at this point, you'll be able to explain to them that all these things that you've said attributes or contributes to the word attribute. So attributes at this point are special titles or names you give to an individual. Okay, so attributes are special titles or names you do what? You give to an individual. For example, the head teacher, you can't just go and call the head teacher by his name, okay, Mr., and then you add the person's name. These are attributes, they are titles, they are special names we give to people. And so if a student understands that attributes are special names we give to people, then what are attributes of God? Attributes of God are special titles or names we give to God or the Creator. We give to our Creator or the Supreme Being. Now, who is God? God is immortal. Nobody can see God, okay? Nobody can see God. And so you even ask, you throw the question to them, because at this point we have different religions in the classroom. We have the Christian, the Islam, and the traditionalists. At this point in this current generation, we even have atheists, those who do not believe in God at all. Because you don't want to be biased, and then you have all these people in your classroom. Just ask, who is God? Somebody say he is Allah. Somebody will say he or she doesn't believe that God exists, because in this generation we have people like that. Somebody will say he is a supreme being. A whole lot of answers, okay? Then that should lead you to the religions. The religions we have. We have the Christian, the Islam, and the traditional. The Christians believe that he's a supreme being. So we are just going to explain this so that everybody would understand himself or herself. Else, that day your lesson cannot continue, because Christians want you to understand that he's God. Islam wants you to understand that he's God. The traditionalists want to understand that he's God. The atheists, the reason why I've not added the atheists here is because we have three main religions. We have the Christian, Islam, and the traditionalists. Okay. So having explained this to them, then we come to the kinds of what? Attributes. We have the physical. We have the physical and the moral attributes. You know, when you called the student to come in front, a student said that when he or she is hungry, the particular student you called in front of the class gives money to the student to buy food. And that act the person did, or that act the student did, is what we call kindness. So that is a moral attribute, kindness. Kindness. Okay, the act of giving money to somebody because the person is hungry or the person is in need of it, that is a moral attribute. And then the physical attribute, they said the student is what? Is slim, she's fair. This is also a physical attribute. But then with God, the physical attribute of God is that God is everywhere. And when we say God is everywhere, in this particular term, we are referring to omnipresence. Okay, God is everywhere. It means God is omnipresent. So you can further explain that. Probably during exams, they'll ask you to explain. God is omnipresent. Explain it. So meaning God is what? Everywhere. Then you can also move on to another physical attribute of God, which is omnipotent. Omnipotent also means God is what? He's powerful. Okay, God is powerful. At this point, they'll be giving you different examples, and if care is not taken, they might exhaust all your instructional period. And so, yes, this is something little for the RME students that you have to utilize. How to introduce attributes of God. This is Beginner's Guide 101, and thank you very much for watching this episode till this particular end. My name has always been Lottie, and until next time I come your way, it is solely bye for now. Stay tuned and stay connected. Peace out.